The next article this evening is to authorize special legislation, senior means-tested property tax exemption. Mr. Bucas, good evening.
Thank you. I'm Reiner Bucas, a member of the Concord Tax Fairness Committee, and speaking for that committee. I move that the Concord Select Board submit a home rule petition allowing the reestablishment of a senior means-tested property tax exemption as printed in the warrant, with an additional change, changing the income provision of gross income. And you have the handout if you want to fight your way through the fine print, of which there's a lot. Some background. In 2007, the Select Board established a committee to consider and recommend ways to reduce the property tax burden on older homeowners of limited income. The committee considered many possibilities, and consider that's back 8 years ago, before that got there, but found the town's options were severely limited by the limits of the state constitution and its rules on taxing. In 2015, the committee was refocused, renamed the Concord Tax Fairness Committee, and sought a model that would meet both local and state requirements. We found that the town of Sudbury had come up with a model which received both state and town approval. In 2016, Concord Town Meeting requested that the Select Board submit a home rule petition allowing Concord to adopt the Sudbury model. And the town meeting approved it, the state gave its approval, the town meeting approved it, and it was ratified by a town-wide referendum in that year. Oh, how did we jump all over this? There we go. Okay. What does it do? It offers a reduction in town property tax to people who have been our neighbors for 10 or more years, who are older than 65, whose homes are assessed at or below our median value of $882,000, whose income is less than the state circuit breaker amount, which ranges from $58,000 to $88,000 a year based upon single or marriage status and so forth, and have no other significant assets. The goal is to try to limit their property tax to less than 10% of their income. The committee is pleased to report that the program is working. This year, 44 of our neighbors divided the total exemption of about $144,000. This assistance was paid for by our acceptance of a 2-cent increase in the town property tax rate from $14.21 to $14.23 per thousand. So why do we come before you again? We recommend 2 changes in the program. First, our present act, as approved by the state, included the necessity for resubmission after 3 years. It's now 2 years ago. Given that you, as members of the town and the town meeting, have the ability to suspend the program by majority vote at any time, we recommend that the program be made permanent, in other words, not requiring resubmission to the state, and this has been done in Sudbury. Also, to reduce administrative burden, we recommend that the definition of income be changed and made simple, i.e. gross income from a Form 1040, as our assessor has recommended. This will not increase the cost of the program. So here are the changes that we recommended. Okay, we point out that these don't change the eligibility, don't increase the allowable rise in the property tax. It's limited to 0.5%, and actually it's 0.17% at the moment. Did not remove the town meeting's authority to repeal the program at any time, and does not result in any new appropriation. How do we actually make it happen? We now ask agreement of the meeting to continue this assistance to help making housing here affordable to our senior neighbors in homes they have long occupied. Here are the next step. After the town meeting okay, the select board passes it to the state of approval. After that approval, we need to come back to town meeting again and then ask for town meeting approval, and then go back to the voters and in a referendum ask for the town's approval again. It's complicated, but that's the way it works. And that's what we do for our senior citizens who can use some assistance. So the Tax Fairness Committee requests that we continue this program with these changes and ask the Select Board to pass this on to the state for approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bucas. Are there questions about this article? All right, seeing none,